Oh, man. That was so close.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was great. Two streams. Whoa. See you later. All right, let's go.
Best of 3?
Best 2 out of 3. Let's go. Let's do it. Primetime League starts right now.
But I have a feeling that the Fiora is not going to be. Oh my God! Picks up the kill, still dashing around. No way. Flashes away.
Like, no way.
The tires are gone.
Apex fans can have pride in this group of Lions here.
SK Telecom, good lord. Welcome back to the LCK.
Welcome to Primetime League. I'm Irvington Business III. This original gangster is David Freak Turley, and we're about to pop a cap in your buttocks, and that ain't no malarkey.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
On Monday, it was announced that the NALCS finals would be heading to Toronto.
The
What's up,
T-Dot.
Canada? We see you. We're showing our brothers up north some love, and you can check out all the action at the Air Canada Centre on August 27th and 28th.
You know it's spelled center with an R-E because that's how everyone outside of the U.S. spells center.
With Canada hosting the NA Finals, we thought it would be a good time to recap the top 10 things we love about Canada.
About Canada. Yeah, hockey's pretty cool. We're playing at the home of the Maple Leafs, so that's awesome. The Toronto Maple Leafs, shocker that. Azale and Wild Turtle and several other LCS stars are from Canada. Also Justin Bieber and Nickelback, just kidding, you can keep them. And poutine, because why not?
That's delicious.
I know.
I don't know how
made
it
with
has
freedom
gravy
fries,
today
and then you
over.
put other stuff on top.
Just like we have fries, we have gravy, we have cheese. Let's do it. Come on. What are we waiting for? Over to Europe, and in a surprise move, Forgiven has been benched for motivational issues, according to a statement released by Origin. Peke will now be doing his best high impersonation by stepping into the role of AD carry as his team searches for their first win in the EU LCS. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we've got actually an exclusive interview with Forgiven about the benching. Apparently, we couldn't motivate him to actually make the interview, so that's not actually going to be there. But hey, you know what? If this is anything like Dardoch and his liquid suspension, look, he'll be back in Game 4.
We'll see what happens. Dual streams, as well, have seen a huge influx of games in the LCS across both NA and EU. There was a total of 44 games pounded. Woo! In comparison to last split, where there was only 20. It'll take some getting used to from our team of casters, but we're committed to never having a weekend off ever again.
No, hey, but it's for you guys. You're welcome. I love you and all of that. Now, Cloud9 have already played a third as many games they did in the last regular split because they took it to 3 games both times. The amount of LCS games played last week was equal to watching the Lord of the Rings Trilogy Extended Edition twice and then also watching The Godfather. So hopefully you kept up and watched every single game, all the plot twists and all the scripted dialogue.
Absolutely everything. And now it is time to turn your volume up to 11 and strap in because we've got the very first mic check of the 2016 Summer Split coming your way.
My match history is like really depressing. I'm not gonna look at this, but I'm like drawn to it.
That was a great game. Like the mid game was off.
Go.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Even though it's TSM, even though you want to beat your counterpart, right? It doesn't really matter, right? As long as we win as a team.
Did you guys see that you can get a PhD in memes in the UK? Really?
Maybe we should just only use memes in this game. Like, somebody calls Dragon, we're like, haha, yeah, it feels Pepe, man.
Like Sneaky when we beat C9.
Oh, I can't walk into the jungle here, guys. Too spooky for me. I love playing with Vincent, dude.
I love playing with Vincent.
Oh my god.
Vincent!
I don't have a girlfriend, man. Because you're not cute enough. Because you're not cute as a Wartoro. Yeah, I guess. I mean, look at me, I'm cute as fuck, so.
So it's like, you know, he puts the hand like this and then he hug one girl and then everyone think he's girlfriend.
Baited.
Aha, nice girlfriend.
Yeah, we can come
Calm, baby.
Calm,
Yeah,
guys.
I have to face check.
Calm down.
5 seconds.
Calm down. They cannot rush Baron.
They can.
Coming.
Cover. Look,
They are?
hitting.
Oh shit.
4K, 3K.
Holy shit, good call guys.
See ya.
Go mid, go mid.
I knew they could do this.
Good call.
Killy. There I am. I got him. Please,
Vladimir.
I'm gonna get Vladimir.
Get blood.
Nice, he's dead.
You can fight.
I'm Wing.
He's dead.
You can chase.
Stop.
Chase.
I'm gonna keep going. I have E1.
I have E-flash. I'm
going mid to push.
E-flash not needed.
I'm going mid to push.
Nice.
Tanks, don't be behind your damage dealers unless we're ditching them, because you gotta be the ones dying for them.
Watch out, Austin. Watch out.
Shotgun key.
I'm taking one more.
Nice.
Rek'Sai. Okay, that's it.
ATP.
That's Fiora. Hit it.
10 seconds. They're up.
No, they're not up. Hit the fucking tower.
Okay.
Kill it. 2 seconds. Hit it.
End game.
Hit it. Nice fantasy points. I fucking love it.
Hey everybody, Jat here, joined with Kobe, and we're doing Death Timers. So for those of you unfamiliar with Death Timers, it's where we're given a topic and we have 30 seconds to argue one way or the other. You can also tweet #JatWin or #KobeWin and let us know who you think won the Death Timers.
Exciting.
Or who is better.
Yeah.
The topic this week is most impressive week 1 for a North American team. Who would you like to argue for?
Well, I think you will be happy with my choice. It is going to be TSM, Jat.
That's cheating, actually. Whenever you argue for TSM, you automatically get the votes of all the TSM fans. So anyone who doesn't like TSM, don't even listen to the segment, just #JatWin. Anyway, you have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, so right off the bat, TSM were the only team to go 2-0. They didn't drop any games doing it. They weren't the only team to go 2-0 in sets, but they didn't lose any games. Anyway, I saw you there.
You're slow.
Anyways, they also did it in the fastest average game time, and they also had the biggest early game gold lead at 15 minutes, over 3,000 average gold lead for them. Plus, they proved that they are a multi-threat team like they advertised in the spring split. Not only did Bjergsen carry from the mid lane, Haunter had an amazing carry from the top lane, and what's more impressive, they did it with a new support. Biofrost had an amazing game.
You stumbled a little bit at the start.
But I corrected. I could see what you were going for. As soon as I said that, you're like, I'm going to get him on this technicality.
I can crush this. I'm going to say Apex.
Apex?
The most impressive.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, go.
Listen to the phrasing of the question, most impressive week 1. TSM was in the finals last week. Apex was the last team to qualify for the LCS, yet they both beat the defending champion CLG. Ray looked like a god on Fizz, probably the best team fighting tank Fizz I've seen.
Fair.
Keen looked like he's come back to the LCS better. They have veterans on the team. They have multiple coaching staffs. They have a large bench to pull from. And honestly, it doesn't matter if you're 2-0 or 2-1. It counts for a win. They beat essentially the same strength teams. I felt like Energy and TL were the 2 worst teams in the LCS last week. And then they both played CLG, so their schedule was the same.
What do you mean? They have veterans on the team. What kind of point is that? So does TSM. They have Bjergsen, double lifted.
It's impressive, right? It's a lower tier team.
It was still a good argument.
Versus a higher tier team. I think I win. Who do you think won? You let us know by tweeting your votes to @LawLeeSports, #JatWin or #KobeWin. Or just #FreakLose because you don't
that's
like
always
him.
a good one.
That's always a good thing.
Also, you know what? It is Jat's birthday today, so just go ahead and tweet in JatWin. I won't be offended. It's fine. You can have this one.
That's like some weird strategy for trying to win the game or something.
The reverse psychology.
Because I am better. Thanks for watching Death Timers, guys.
What happens when 2 teams go half the distance in a series? Apparently, they go halfway across the stage as well. Last week saw plenty of EU's favorite result. Splice, Roccat, H2K, and Vitality all tied their matches, going a total of 2-2 on the week, and proving that 50% of the time, they were the best team every time. Meanwhile, the undefeated G2 Esports sit atop their throne, raining Benjamins upon their fallen foes. Now, if only they could print them on both sides. Bora's back. Sorry, Cly, but Spirit officially prefers Yellowstar as his support. Fnatic sit in second place, along with Schalke No Fear, who just may pick up a few more fans after opening the split 3-1. That's a pretty good score if you don't follow EU football, by the way. Origin's abysmal performance has landed them at the bottom, next to Giants Gaming. Dropping all 4 games on the week, OG's coordination from their spring finals run looks completely MIA. Spoiler alert, if you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. And finally, the Unicorns of Love stumbled out of the gates on day 1, but charged down their opponents in the next set to end the week at 2 wins and 2 losses. The performance of the peak Power Ponies remains, as ever, impossible to predict. Win, loss, or draw, the EU LCS resumes this Thursday at 5 p.m. Central European Summer Time. We'll see you there.
Welcome to our PTL Fantasy segment where we teach you how to crush your friends. Nice. In this weekend's fantasy draft, got our wonderful, amazing, awesome stats guy here. Optimal Tim, how you doing?
Optimal now, I guess.
Optimally. All right, good. So let's talk about how fantasy works. Once again, to remind you guys, there's two different league formats. There's the best game in a series or the first two games of the series, regardless of whether you won or lost. And average fantasy points per game, though, of all games played is what we're going to kind of talk about here, which should be a reasonably good predictor for player performance.
Yeah, pretty much if you're going to be in a 2-game league, you're going to value teams that want to win those first 2 games.
2-0, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then if you're in the best game league, these numbers will also accurately reflect that. And our predictions are going to take into account, you get wins, you get points.
Okay, so reasonable expectations here. Let's talk about, first off, players you really want to have in your lineup, studs.
All right, well, the first stud you're definitely going to want to run comes from the jungle, and he's on cloud 9. So it's not high, it's Meteos.
Oh, almost got that one.
Yeah, he's actually has the second highest fantasy points per game from the jungle. And the big factor in that is the point that even when Cloud9 loses, he still puts up a very good fantasy performance.
Okay, next up?
Next up, we have his teammate in the bottom lane.
Lemon?
No, it's Sneaky.
High? Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
I could have said high both of those, too.
And now they have 2 sub-supports, too. But Sneaky's the guy who's had the most fantasy points per game in both leagues, the 2-game league and the best game league. He looks like he's going to continue that performance when they go up against CLG and Phoenix 1 this week, who give up over 20 points per game to opposing AD carries.
Okay, who's last?
Well, this one's a little bit of an interesting one. It's G2's Perks. Now, he hasn't been picked up a lot in every single league, even though he had a dominating performance last split. And he's going up against Splice and Roccat this week, who give up the 3rd and 4th most points to opposing mid laners in the LCS.
Of all 20 teams?
All 20 teams, EU and NA combined. So it looks like he's going to have a big week this time.
All right, so big point owners there. If you're one of the lucky guys who can still pick those guys up, then go for it. Next up, let's talk about duds. Now, these are popular players. These are guys that are in over 70% of fantasy leagues owned already by owners and are sucking.
All right, so the first one, it's kind of a standout on Team Liquid. It's going to be their AD carry Piglet. He has a 93.8% ownership rate, and even though he may put up a couple of points this week for you guys against CLG, he's also going up against Echo Fox, who only let up about 13.47 points per game. That's the 13th lowest in the league.
Oh, wow. Who's next up then?
Next up is going to wind up being Sven Skaren from TSM. Now, it might be a little interesting because TSM's dominated NALCS, but they're going up against Immortals and Apex, 2 other teams that are also 2-0 in their matches. So against Rainover and Shrimp, you got to look out for if you have Sven Skaren. Okay,
so popular player, probably going to be good, but chance they lose. Who's next?
Exactly. And the last one is a little bit more obvious for you guys. It's going to be Forgiven on Origin. He's no longer playing, so you don't really want to play him. And his substitute, Xpeke, while he can be played as a mid laner or AD carry, might not be your best fantasy option, so you probably want to bench both.
Well, it's nice. At least he gets to go the entire split as 0-4 given, and it won't change anymore, so I think it's perfectly lining up, just like G2 and 8. It's great. We got all the memes here. Okay, so let's go on to the sleepers. Players that can be very good, but are honestly quite risky if you need some new players, you guys to look for, or at least keep in your bench for maybe a better day. Who's up?
First up is Schalke's mid laner, Fox. Now, Fox put up 21.8 fantasy points per game. At least that's what he's projected to do this week. In his wins, it's even higher. So for Schalke, they're going up against, I believe it was Splice first off. So they're going to have a pretty good week.
Okay, so that looks pretty solid for them. If you need a mid laner, go for that one. Who's next?
Well, we got a pair of Apex players coming up next. It's going to be Keen first in the mid lane. Even though he had the highest projected fantasy points per game in both leagues, in his losses, he only put up about 7.9. So if especially you're in one of those 2-game leagues, he's a risky pick going up against TSM and Envy this week.
All right, hard opponents. Who's last?
Well, last is his top laner, Ray. Now, Ray is a little bit of a special case because he could blow up or he could crash and burn.
Yeah.
So Ray is a little unpredictable. In his losses this week, he only put up about 6.7 fantasy points per game. So he may be somebody you pick up and hold on the bench for later.
And again, against 2-0 teams in matches coming into this one, so maybe you wait until they have some easier opponents, you know, like a Liquid or something, and they can smash those guys.
Exactly.
All right, thanks very much. Now, guys, that's going to do it for this week's Fantasy Showdown. Thank you very much for your help again, Tim, Tom, whatever your name is. We're just going to do that one real quick. And remember, use all that knowledge because knowledge is power. Use it wisely.
Last week on Know the Pro, we wanted to see how well you knew your roster swaps and new signings. A handful of you actually managed to get it right. Congratulations. So this week, we wanted to make it a little harder by giving you a glimpse of an old face with a brand new look. Who got it right? Who got it wrong? If you didn't guess the once Donald Trump orange-haired phenom Meteos, then you're fired. Just kidding. We can't really fire you here on PTL as much as we'd probably like to. As Irene proved, we can't even get fired ourselves. However, Meteos had a career KDA of 6.57 and a 71.58% kill participation at Cloud9 from summer 2013 to summer 2015. Now he's returned to the NALCS in fine form. His KDA is 10.0 with a kill participation of 75.27. He'll be looking to keep up the good work as Cloud9 take on Phoenix 1 this Saturday and CLG on Sunday.
Hey guys, I'm back again with Kobe again, and this time we're facing off in This or That. Now this segment is so popular and so famous, we probably don't even need to explain what we're doing.
#1 YouTube hit.
Yeah, or it's just really straightforward. Anyway, let's get straight into it. First up, for This or That, it is first to win a game, Origin or Giants?
Oh, I am going to go Origin because I have faith in Peke, even on 80 carry.
Yeah, I mean, they have a history of success, even if it's not super recent.
Yeah.
And Giants is kind of perpetually towards the bottom, so I'm going to go with Origin,
I would go with Origin
as well, first to win a game. We'll get to the next one. We've never seen these before, by the way.
We agreed already,
yeah.
so...
Biggest week 1 surprise. Oh, I'm going to say Apex.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was also the most impressive if you were watching Death Tires.
Spoiler, I don't know which segment's coming first. I actually think that Envy showing up is a bit more impressive just because
it's
Envy...
a surprise, though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, more surprising because this is a team that just got put together. You know, Apex, they've got a 10-man roster. They've been practicing in Korea. So maybe more impressive for you, but I think Envy more surprising.
I'll go with that. We'll get to the next one right now as well. Best hair.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Gotta go with my boy Dash here, represent North America.
Yeah, I mean, that was very much like Hunger Games-esque.
There's more purple hair over here.
This shows a lot more commitment.
But that's like a shark fin or something.
The whole team has to commit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more impressive hair. This is more commitment.
So I'm going this. What do you think?
You said that. I'll say that as well.
Okay, that, whatever.
Next one, most disappointing start. Origin or CLG?
Ooh, that is a spicy one.
Yeah.
They're both very disappointing. Because these are defending champions. Obviously, Origin are going through a lot of different things right now.
Yeah, I'm still going to say this for
Really?
Origin. Like, they had roster changes, but, like, as far as disappointment, the expectations for Origin, wait a minute, what am I doing? I was going to say COD is not disappointing because I expected them to not be good coming off of MSI because they hadn't adapted.
Yeah, not enough practice.
Whereas I think a lot of people expected, like, Forgiven to be decent, and now he's already off the team.
Plus, COG, they did lose, but there were some good moments for them, right? They had good plays. They put a fight. They did take some games. So I agree. I'll go with whichever.
Double this.
Okay.
All right. Most dominant start, TSM or G2?
Ooh.
Both very dominant starts.
Right?
Yeah.
Another tight one. I don't know. I kind of have to go with TSM. Just because they didn't lose a single game. Like, I mentioned all the stats. They didn't lose a single game. Fastest average game time, over 3,000 early game.
TSM's really good. To spice things up, I'm going to say that, only because they had the best team in Europe and they made it better when they added the best bot lane. And then it didn't seem like they had any type of drop-off. Plus, their hype video was the best single-team hype
Vacation
video.
prepped them well for the summer season.
Yes,
it was worth it. Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one. The better Drake, 3 Ocean Drake or 3 Cloud Drake?
Depends. Am I playing Hecarim?
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Hecarim recently. In that case, I would say Cloud Drake. That's probably the only case I would say that, because I really like the regeneration on Ocean Drake as a jungler.
I'm going to say this because I have math to support this.
Okay.
Cloud Drake is less effective the more you get because you hit diminishing returns on move speed. You do not hit diminishing returns on health and mana reach.
That's weird though, because diminishing returns, you still get faster, and you also have percentage increases on your flat movement speed that you get later in the game.
After 490
But I've been playing Hecarim.
It's half as much. Hecarim's damn good without 3 Cloud Dragons. So that's that for this one. Do we have any more? We do.
Oh,
what the heck?
Why would we ever choose the other person? Obviously.
This is. They're trying to troll us.
Good one.
At least these are like our newer.
Oh, actually, you know what? It's your birthday. I'll go with happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Kobe. Not tacky whatsoever. Hit us up, Lolly Sports. Let us know whose side you're on using hashtag this or that, and at least try to humor Kobe this time and agree with him.
I'm the nice guy here. I'm trying to give a happy birthday. It's all about you today.
Whatever.
It's getting old.
We're done. We're done.
Yeah,
here.
we're done. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Now it's time to try and recap the NALCS in about 1 minute and forget about Drake because we're starting from the top, baby. TSM are looking cold as ice with new support Biofrost, who's cashing checks and breaking necks. Envy, more like MVS, am I right? They found their way to the top of the table along with Immortals and Apex. Immortals, however, are looking slightly more mortal than expected. And Xpecial, well, he's picked up right where he left off in the LCS, making CLG fans pretty miserable. Froggen and KFO tried the old lane switcheroo that didn't quite work out against Cloud9, who are getting the reverse sweep practice in early and making your fantasy dreams come true. Not even a suspension could keep Dardoch on the bench, but in the end, it wasn't enough to salvage Liquid's weekend. They round out the bottom of the table with CLG, Energy, and Phoenix One, who, much like the Phoenix itself, will all be looking for a rebirth in Week 2.
Jeez, Rip, that was awesome. Well done on that one. I also like the double reference, by the way, since Rebirth works for both Phoenix and Liquid, so...
I figured you would like that.
Yeah. So I appreciate you helping me out here. To talk about some of these teams, though, let's start with CLG, actually. There's a lot of sort of theories behind why they're, I guess, slumping, sort of. One of the theories is like the post-MSI hangover, like, oh, they were in China, they came back late, they took time off, but you look at a team like SKT or G2 and like, well, they're doing amazing right off the bat, right? Yes, CLG did take specifically a week off after MSI, but you're still seeing teams dominate even after coming back from China and not having as much practice on the new patch, the new updates, whatever. But I do think they have the talent, the coaching staff, everything else to turn it back around.
And on the other side of that coin, you have Apex and Envy, who are both maybe outperforming what people had expected coming in.
I definitely agree. And the thing is, we'll start with Envy. Envy is actually really quite good. Their gold leads early on have been pretty solid. They're actually number 2 as far as first 20 minutes are concerned. And again, this is the old Renegades lineup. Like, if they had something resembling this lineup, this would have been a playoff team probably in the last split as well. Turns out, actually, Lod is a better replacement for Freeze than kind of expected. And Proxen is also better than he was last split. So,
very true.
Replacements actually doing pretty well with a core that was already really solid. Makes it a very good team.
Well, Apex so far have made a smooth transition from Challenger to the LCS. It's been a rough road in the beginning, but after that, they just went crazy.
Yeah, Apex was a team I actually didn't have that high of hopes for, but they're actually doing a really, really good job, and a lot of that was player pickups. Their shot calling is still very slow, very wait for a split pusher to build you an advantage sort of situation. In Challenger, that was Shrimp playing Rek'Sai. In the LCS, now it's just Ray 1v9ing half their games here. So they're finding a very specific style. It's very split push focused. But Ray is so good, it works out anyway, and it's really just props to them for being able to play kind of their own style, and if it keeps working for them, then good for them.
And now it is time for Twitter.
It is?
Yeah, wait.
Oh, so I have to, Twitter's over this way. So I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, how about those summer finals in Toronto? Should be a good one. I should go to Tim Hortons with Wild Turtle, get myself a nice cap. Perfect. And now it's time for Twitter with Freak.
You smell that? Smells like success in here. Oh, right, because I got the Twitter question right, something that most of you can't smell at all. It's a wonderful feeling. Last week we asked you who would have the most average assists per game. Fnatic Yellowstar, TSM Biofrost. And if you are one of the 142 people like me to get it right, it's a TSM Yellowstar, then congratulations, you must smell amazing right now. 13.8 assists per game. Beautiful, congratulations, you did great. There's someone, though, who smells even better. For the Hall of Fame, we asked you to tell us exactly what those assists per game would be. Again, 13.8. And at ISOU, welcome to the Hall of Fame. You should bottle that stuff and sell it to Axe, because it's amazing. People must be flocking to you right now. Speaking of Hall of Fame tweets, Pobelter's Twitter game was on point with his new take on our new Drakes. I gotta say, I had a really good one as well, but it's okay. Pobelter gets all the credit. That's fine, you do you. Now, on to this week's question. With some background, of course. Currently, there are 6 LCS teams that are 0-2 in matches. Giants, Origin, Phoenix One, Liquid, Energy Esports, and Counter Logic Gaming. Despite being in different regions, all these teams have lost 2 matches, but look, they have a chance to win some games this weekend. We want to know which 0-2 LCS team will win the most games during Week 2. And for a spot in the Hall of Fame, what will their total team KDA be? CLG will win the most games. The KDA will be 7. Why not? There you have it. Go forth and tweet at Elite Sports with the hashtag PTL and your predictions. Good luck. You're going to need to smell good for this one.
Over to the LPL, and welcome back, good sir. Thanks for joining me. And it's Edward Gaming, who are at the top of Group A, while Royal Never Give Up are leading the way in Group B. Newbie, formerly Chaogu Reapers, continue to struggle as they lost both series this week. Though, one of the biggest stories to come out of the LPL is Snake Esports, who picked up their first series win, starting their new jungler, SOFM, a Vietnamese import to the LPL.
Yeah, and coming in, he was already considered a beast where he was from in the first place, but now in the LPL over in China, he's actually still being a very strong player. Great jungle pressure. He's been actually crushing it so far. Martin is back at AD carry, and so Snake actually look pretty solid right now. They always look pretty solid. They never do all that much, so maybe this is the split where they actually turn some heads and make a deep run.
It will strike. It will work for them. Another surprise from the LPL is Game Talents, a team that was cobbled together by former EPA and M3 members. These two teams were both relegated last split, and now they hold on to second place in Group A.
Yeah, they hold on to second place for now. They did lose to Invictus Gaming a little while ago, but they did look solid in that loss. And the thing is, really, we're going to see them play Edward Gaming next, or at least soon. And
right.
If they can't, take some games against top teams, then it was just, a streak of luck and some good early matches. But hey, if they end up being a top team, then good for them.
Hopefully they can keep the confidence going into that match as they do take on EDG when they do. In the LCK, as we move up, Rocks aren't roxing nearly as much as they were back in spring. A win early this morning against KT Roaster has boosted them up the ladder through the other teams, though the other teams, rather, still have games in hand. It might be a little early to start worrying about them, though, as both Rocks losses have come at the hands of Samsung Galaxy and SKT, who are first and second, respectively.
Yeah, Samsung, has been very disappointing ever since 2014 after they won Worlds. Their entire roster went to China. They barely stayed in the LCK for the next couple of splits. Meanwhile, SKT have just kind of continued to crush, right? They won the MSI Finals. They've lost one game in the entire playoffs. And this brings us to our BF match of the week.
That is true. Thank you, Freak. The BF match of the week is SKT up against Samsung Galaxy in a top-of-the-table showdown this Friday. SKT will look to claw their way above Samsung, while Samsung will look to beat down the Kings, take the crown and run.
It's going to be awesome. These are the two Korean teams who have ever won a world championship. I think you can count Samsung that overall. Yeah. And that's honestly just really awesome. SKT, 9.1 team KDA, best in the LCK. They have the best goal lead at 10 and 20 minutes. They also have the fastest average game time. So SKT look just as dominant as before. So good luck, Samsung.
I am very excited for these matches. They should be amazing. Yeah. We're all excited to see how it plays out. Now, just a quick reminder that the LMS fires back up early tomorrow morning. You can check out the Flash Wolves and J-Team, formerly Taipei Assassins, take on Midnight Sun and Machi. Here at PTL, we like to consider ourselves experts when it comes to finding the best plays from around the world, which is good for you because you can sit back, relax, and enjoy our next video. Or as absolutely no one can call it, so please try harder next time, the PENTA. Coming in at number 5, Cloud9's Jensen picked up the quadra kill. Cooney very low, chrono break to start the fight. Looks like they're gonna tempered fade it. They pull back for now. Adrian gets killed by Baron. Great damage as he was held back by Jensen. Rain over very low to go down. C9 fighting this one well. Impact flashes away and Jensen's doing what he can. A triple, looking for a quadra from Jensen. Pobelter's on the left and they almost know it immediately as he phases away with his distortion. That's the quadra kill for Jensen. Hopping into number 4, Origin Soaz made another great escape.
G2 already starting to invest in some wards around Dragon, maybe just to prevent Amazing from coming through River.
And one thing we're going to see more now on some of these mid laners like Azir. Let's talk about it after because it's an all-in top.
Yeah, this is a big bruisery fight. Kikis throws the Maelstrom on as Soaz has already spent his ultimate. The flash for flash trading. Kikis goes a little far forward, and Soaz gets the outplay. Teleporting out of there. Will he make it? Yes, he will!
Soaz always does it. I don't know how, but Soaz always managed to escape with teleporting.
SKT's Faker ruled the Rift as he divided CJ Entis in our number 3 play.
And it's just easy for them to back off, especially when they're 7K.
Oh, Faker's going in, big flashes in, knocks back 2 people with the Ember Survive. They're going to find PDD, and Utara is going to follow suit, and Faker with the big play underneath the inhibitor tower.
That was an amazing play by Faker coming in there, knowing that he's going to be able to dive that turret onto 2 members, one of which was a Maokai, and be able to secure that kill.
At number 2, from the EU Challenger Series, Misfits Hans Sama put down both his enemies in this 1v2.
Oh wow, Hans Sama now in a 2 versus 1. He's taken quite a lot of damage. Yeah. He's getting punched to death. Whoa, over the wall.
Oh,
that was actually sick. He's also going to go down the 1v2 outplay. No way.
And dashing into number 1, Invictus Gaming Zatai showed us he was more than just a grand duelist in this 1v4.
Now IG have to leave the bottom side, but honestly, a large amount of the damage has been done. The base is in shambles at this stage.
Yeah, lambs to the slaughter, but the job has been done. Zatai, he will
decent
follow
attempt
eventually.
here, yeah. Grand Challenge is down on Republic, but I have a feeling that the Fiora is not going to be... Oh my god! Picks up the kill, still dashing around! The heal was massive! Has the riposte!
No way!
Flashes away!
Like, no way!
Zatai is a god!
He has to die.
Please, someone, eat him, Savoki!
He has no mana. Savoki's got, like, surely.
Oh, it's a decent pillar right there as Zatai still trying to get the work done, but that should not have happened. That was a brilliant play out of the Fiora.
We know you love your big plays, so help us help you by tweeting at LOL Esports, the hashtag the Penta, and we'll keep giving you the biggest plays from around the world.
Now, non sequitur. Coaches are one of the most integral parts of any team. Though, have you ever wondered what they think about when they're standing up on the stage before the games begin? Well, we thought we'd check it out in this week's Last Hit.
I wonder if that ref can smell that fart. I mean, I can smell it. Man, it's bad. No more pizza nights. What can G2 do to out G2 themselves this week? Another vacation? No, that's too obvious. How about a rap video? It's brilliant! I'll just tuck that one up my sleeves right now. Yeah, there it is. Right up in there. No one can have it but me.
Damn, I look good. He thinks I look good. He does, look at him. What about you? You think I look good? You better, boy. I look fucking fabulous. My hair is silky smooth. You know what else? I have a voice like the purr of a wolverine.